Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Welcome to Marketing Monday. My name is Chanel E. Martin, and today I am live on both Instagram and inside of our private Facebook group, right with me. And let me tell you something, we do Marketing Mondays as a way to help you grow your brand and your business with published books. So, as you are coming on in, can you go ahead and say, hey, say good morning? I can't wait to share with you everything that we are getting ready to talk about. So let me know in the comments where you are watching from so that I can greet you. And we are going to get started in just a moment with Marketing Monday. So, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all know we come here each and every single Monday just man with some wisdom. So I'm excited. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with my points. Go ahead uh and tag a friend, tell them to come on in. Let's see. I'm tagging people in my group and we're gonna get started. Uh-oh. Listen, I'm trying to get the people. Here we go. There we go. Come on in. All right, let's go. All right, hello. Now, let me tell you a little bit about me and then a little bit about Beyond the Book Media. So my name is Chanel Martin, like I said earlier, but I own a company called Beyond the Book Media. And Beyond the Book Media helps authors, influencers, ministry leaders, and brands write books and publish them quickly using a accelerated writing process. We also host tons of virtual and live events. And in addition to that, not only do we help you write your book, shout out to everybody who has joined Brand Author Academy. We also can publish them as well. And then we provide author branding services in which we can help you write your book. We have ghostwriting services. We can help you publish your book. We can help you market your book, and we can help you stay relevant with media and press. And so, my goal is to make sure that you know exactly what to do when you've published your book, because it's far too many of us have written books, y'all, and we don't exactly know what we're supposed to be doing afterwards. So we've been doing Marketing Monday as an effort to help you guys write and publish books and make money from those books. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and jump into point number one. Again, as you are coming on in, say, hey, if you are watching a replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay. And it is, she said, it must be money. You mean Marketing Monday. Look, we're all about helping you grow your brand so that you can make more impact, growing your influence, and of course, make more income. So let me go ahead and get started. So the first point, y'all, the first point that we're talking about 5 ways to grow your brand with a published book. So point number 1, all right, I love this one. Your published book, and let me know in the comments if you are a published author or if you're an aspiring author or if you're currently in publishing, just so I can know exactly how to put you in, what kind of box I should put you in, okay? All right, let me go to point number 1. Number 1, it gives people, your published book gives people a reason to follow you. Now, you guys have heard me talk about why building community is so key. Um, you literally can't do anything without building community. Whether you've built your community on Facebook, whether you have a Twitter following, whether you are on Instagram, wherever you are, your community, your published book will give people a reason to follow you. So if you've been trying to grow your social media just by publishing a book and sharing your book, you can lace all up in your book, in your published book, in your funnel for people to follow you. Now that they've gotten a chance to read your book, to experience your expertise, your published book, number 1, it gives people a reason to follow you. Because some of us, I'm gonna tell you, like when I first got on social media, I really struggled with social media because I didn't really know what I was supposed to do with it. I only wanted to use social media, y'all, to just post pictures of my kids. But then, of course, we know as a business owner, that's not enough. So when you publish a book, it gives people a reason to follow. Now you can continue the conversation past the book. Okay, you can continue the conversation past the book, and you can continue that on all of your preferred social media platforms. So that's point number one. It gives people a reason to follow you. All right. And if you're just now joining this, we are talking about 5 ways to grow your brand with the published book. Now, number two, okay. Now we talked about this. Shout out to everyone who did map your book out. We talked about this then. Number two, it organizes content so you know exactly how to show up for your community and online. Okay, you can create your content plan from your book. So I want you to think about the chapters of your book. I want you to think about the content that's in your book. I want you to think about the subject lines, the subtitles, everything that you've talked about in your book. And now you can create a plan, and it's already written, right, on how you can show up um uh on how you can show up on online and how you can serve your community. All right. So some of my authors, go ahead and start putting your books down in the comments, because y'all know I love to use live examples. So go ahead and put your books down in the comments so I can use a live example. So your published book, organize your content. So now you can create a plan. How many of you guys like struggle in the planning area? I'm gonna raise my hand, right? Because I, believe it or not, I tell you all the time, I'm just gonna go with the wind type of person, right? But now, one thing I realized, even with our book 31 Prayers for Spiritual Wealth, we've been using it over in Clubhouse for my room prophetic planning, and it has made the process so much easier because we've been planning our content around all the subjects and the titles that are in the book. Okay, so how many of you have done this, or how many of you are going to do this? Okay, how many of you have done this, and how many of you are going to do this? All right, so we have a heavenly tongues, my new first language. All right, so let's say that's your book, or I want you to think about your book, right? And you created this community, you have this social media following, and you've been trying to figure, like, I don't know what to post, I don't know what to share, I don't know what to go live about. You can take each chapter. I don't know how many chapters you have in this book, but let's say you have 5 chapters in this book, right? So now you can have 5 months of content, right? So chapter 1 is going to be your first month. Then you can go and take each of your sub points that you discuss in each chapter, right? So let's say if you can pull out at least 4, you can take those 4 sub points that are in each chapter, and you can make that the theme for the week, right? The theme for the week. So let's say when you say heavenly tongues is my new first language, maybe the first chapter is intimacy with Holy Spirit, right? I'm just making this up. So let's say your first chapter is intimacy with Holy Spirit. So now you might decide, okay, for the month of August, we're gonna be dealing with intimacy with Holy Spirit. So then let's say you have 4 points that talk about intimacy with Holy Spirit. Now you go and you take out each sub point, and each week you are serving your community. You're serving your social media. Maybe that's what your reels are about. Maybe that's what your quotes, the posts that you're posting on social media. Maybe that's the content that you're going to dive deeper in your community. So we are talking about 5 ways to grow your brand with a published book. Number 1, your published book gives people a reason to follow you. It gives people a reason to join your community. And then also number 2, it organizes the content so you know exactly how to show up from your book. Okay. Now, listen, I have something, I have a little nugget I'm gonna tell y'all. Okay, tell y'all on Instagram and tell y'all on Facebook. People will forget about you if you are not showing up. Okay. Like, you become forgotten. And I know you're so memorable, but like, one of the reasons why you need to organize content and you need to plan to show up, like us showing up on Marketing Monday is a way that we plan to show up so that people don't forget about me. So that people don't forget about Beyond the Book Media. So that people don't forget about the fact that I am a resource, right? So listen, you got to be showing up. If you got a book, I'm just going to tell you right now, if you got a book and you sitting up here on these social media streets and you are not showing up and you are not sharing and you are not tapping in to your community, you are really doing your community a disservice and you missing out on some coins. All right. So listen, I'm about to give y'all a formula. Okay. I want you to write it in the comments. The more you show up, okay, equals the more money you'll make. Let's put that in the comments. The more money you show up equals the more money you make. How many of you guys like making money? How many of y'all like making money? The more money, so let me, I'm getting tongue tied. The more you show up equals the more money you make. So how many of us like money? I'm gonna raise my hand, right? So did you know that if you show up more with good content that is from your book, from what you've created, right? And you figure out ways to share that content to your community, I can almost guarantee you're going to make more money. Many of you are not making the money that you want to make, that you know you could be making because you are hiding. I'm telling you, come out of hiding. And your book has the tools and the resources to make sure that you show up. All right. Let me do it one more time, just for those of you who just came in here. The more money, the more you show up equals the more money you make. All right. Now that was point number 2. We're getting ready to go to point number 3. Now we're talking about 5 ways, 5 reasons, 5 steps on how to grow your brand with a published book for all of those who are considering writing a book and those of you who have a book sitting in your hand and you haven't published it. Okay. Look, someone said, Lord, I hate going live, but I'm working on changing my attitude about it. Listen, I want you to think about it like this. How about you change your attitude about the possibility to make more money? How about you change your attitude about the possibility to grow your bank account? How about you change your attitude and say about the possibility of impacting more people? There's a reason you wrote your book, and you're doing the people that you're called to serve a disservice. Okay. So we are on point number 3. It allows them to connect with you on a deeper level. All right. So this allows your clients, your community, your people, your followers, your readers to connect with you on a deeper level. Now, why is this important? What does this have anything to do with you growing your brand with your published book? Now, listen, many of you are entrepreneurs. That's who we cater to. We cater to serving entrepreneurs, leaders, and brands. Write books and showcase their expertise and make money from that, right? So people buy from people they know, like, and trust. Like, that's facts. The more you like someone, the more you know someone, the more you trust them. If you need what they have to offer at the time they're offering it, it's going to be a no-brainer for you to buy, right? That works for you too. So when you are going against your competition, and let's say your competition sells something similar, or they can get the same services, but yet you've written a book and they've had an opportunity to read your book. They've had an opportunity to practice even some of the principles in your book or to connect with you in your book. Now you have developed know, like, and trust with them. And that's another thing, like many I know brands and entrepreneurs aren't making the money that they need to make because there's no like and trust. It's you're like, oh my goodness, I have this great product. I have this great brand. Why am I not making the sales? I'm putting it out there. I'm posting. I'm doing this. And it's like, well, nobody knows you. They don't know. They don't really actually trust that you can deliver what you say you can deliver. Okay. So you want to connect. I'm telling y'all, this principle works. It's the reason why I show up on live all the time. Well, not the reason. It's part of the reason, right? It's part of the you make a good pasta. It's part of the sauce, right? Part of my sauce for making a good pasta, for creating a great brand, is by being extremely visible, right? And even alluding to the fact that I'm accessible, right? You want to feel and make your clients and your readers feel accessible to you, and they feel like they know you, they feel like they have access to you, okay, when you publish a book and when they read the book. All right, so that was point number 3. Now let's go to, hold on, let me see, let me go ahead and read some of these comments, because I love to use you guys as examples. All right, so someone has Here we go. Someone has, this is gonna be a good book, huh? Pastoral Care Beyond Prayer. That sounds like a good book, right? So think about how you could be educating other ministry leaders. Think about the curriculum that you could create. Think about the know, like, and trust, right? If you are known for the person who helps people understand pastoral care beyond prayer, and you're showing up weekly talking about the subject, and you're showing up monthly with different nuggets, right? Then maybe you might want to get speaking engagements concerning that topic, or maybe you might want to get clients, or maybe you might even have an online course or something that you're offering later, right? So when you do that, and they connect with you and they read your book, they're like, man. Or even, sometimes people will read your book that don't even have access to you, they don't know you, maybe they got referred your book, and we'll talk about that in just a minute because that's one of my points. And someone will say, oh man, we got a pastoral care problem at our church, like we're doing pastoral care, but it seems like our members are not, our partners are not experiencing breakthroughs. Someone might say, hey, I know I just read a book on pastoral care beyond prayer. Now your book becomes recommended, and now maybe they're trying to reach out and figure out who you are. I remember one of our clients, she wrote a book about adoption and adoption in the church, and because we were her publisher, like a major university wanted to use her book as part of their curriculum, and so they reached out so they could get in contact with her, and that actually happens. So all right, so it allows people, your readers, to connect with you on a deeper level. And people buy from those they know, like, and trust. All right, so we're gonna go to point number 4. So we're on point number 4. Okay, we're talking about 5 ways to grow your brand with a published book. Okay, and y'all notice I'm doing a lot of the softer skills, right? Because we talk about ways you can build funnels, you can do this, there's so many different things that you can do. But then these things, the things that I just shared with you don't cost you nothing. Okay. The things that I just shared with you are absolutely free. The things that I'm sharing with you, you don't have to hire a marketing person or a branding person. You can get started right now. Okay. Um, Even as you are navigating and trying to figure out everything. Okay, so let's go to number 4. So number 4, it helps to showcase your expertise and can put your readers at the top of your funnel. Ooh, this is so good. It'll showcase your expertise. So let's say, if any of you guys did map your book out or did any of my challenges, I always tell you, when you're writing your book, I want you to start from now on, write your book with the end in mind. So like, what is the goal? What do you actually want to happen once your book is published? Okay. So what it does is, let's say your goal is to ultimately get people into your coaching program. I'm just going to use that one because I feel like a lot of you guys are coaches. Or perhaps maybe you have a big conference that you do once a year, and you want your book to funnel people into your conference, right? So once someone reads your book, it can put them at the top of your funnel, because now you are showcasing your expertise. So if you did your book right, and if you watch the Build Your Brand Funnel training, I think it's still in Right With Me. I have not taken it out. If you watch the Build Your Brand Funnel training, then you'll see that you can interweave your funnel inside of your written book. So maybe it's you want them to visit a website, right? And then when you think about it, oh my goodness, the reader now becomes a potential lead, and this lead is highly qualified. If someone has read your book and they take the time out to go to your website, listen, they are a highly qualified lead. That means that they are searching. They probably got on Google or got on Amazon, and whatever your book said. Let me look at these titles. There's some of y'all said, I'm trying to find some of these titles I can use it as an example. Let's see. Yes, this does work for journals. Absolutely. It works for all types of books. Okay, I can't see now. I'm looking at okay, so someone said, okay, here's the title. Encourage Yourself, right? So let's say your book is Encourage Yourself, and you have a self-care retreat that you do at the end of the year. And you are selling this Encourage Yourself book. And so what happens is you interweave like, hey, do you have trouble encouraging yourself? Did you know that self-care is a way to pour back into you, to encourage yourself? Go to my website so I can give you free resources. Maybe you're giving them affirmations. Maybe you're giving them something. I don't know. You think of anything that can help them encourage themselves. Maybe they have a video or something that they can watch. And in that process, you are collecting their information. In that process, you are collecting their email address. In that process, you're collecting their phone number. So now they have taken an intentional step to seek for more information. Now, depending upon how you have your funnel set up, right? If they take their email, now you're taking them through your funnel. If you got their phone number, maybe yourself or somebody from your team is picking up the phone and calling them. They are now at the top of your funnel, and you got paid. You got paid to put them in the top of your funnel because they bought your book. And now they're in the top of your funnel. You don't have to do anything literally but to create the system to put them in. So it showcases your expertise. And then, of course, whenever your expertise is showcased, like, people love to buy from people that they feel like are going to do a great job, right? That plays back into that know, like, and trust. If you wrote a whole book on something, and then you have a course on something, and then you have a training on something, and then you have a coaching program or consulting practice on something, and then you even take it a step further, you even have an event on something, and once they read your book, they're like, you know what? Chanel might know what she's talking about. I think I might be interested in purchasing what she has to offer. And the same thing happens for you. All right. Look, we have, okay, here's another book that we have, The Keys to Getting Married, right? So let's say you have the keys to getting married. And let's say, you know what, you have a whole marriage conference called The Keys to Getting Married Conference. And you do that once a year. Or maybe you do it quarterly, however many times you do it. And once someone reads your book and you say, hey, if you're interested in learning or taking this a step further, go to thekeystogettingmarried.com. We have a conference that we do. We would love to share more information. And now they're going to your conference and they put in their email, they're staying updated. And now they've connected with you, right? You've told them to follow you on social media. You've given them all of the details, right? They're looking for you. When you get ready to sell tickets to your conference, bam, you already have people that are pre-qualified to buy. Okay, so again, we are talking about 5 ways to grow your brand with a published book. All right, y'all. So we are on the 5th and final subject that I'm going to talk about. Again, like I said, a lot of these are topics that you can do right now. There are points, there are things, there are activities, there are exercises, there's things that you can do right now that don't cost you any money. Have I listed anything that's going to cost you anything? Nope. Number 1, I said it gives people a reason to follow you, right? That doesn't cost you anything. Telling people to follow you costs absolutely nothing. Number 2, it organizes your content so that you can show off your expertise and so that you can show up online, right? Doesn't cost you anything. Number 3, it allows them to connect with you on a deeper level. That doesn't cost you anything. Number 4, it showcases your expertise and put people at the top of your funnel. Now, it may have cost you something to create the funnel, but you didn't pay anything for the lead. And then number 5, the last way, but not the final way, right? I just gave you 5 of many ways to grow your brand with a published book. It's easy to share. Y'all, books are easy to share. How many of you have read a book just simply because somebody posted it on social media? Let me know in the comments. Raise your hand. Let me know in the comments. How many of you have bought a book because someone said, ooh, this book changed my life? Many of you have. I know I have. It's so easy to share. And books are typically a low-cost solution to acquiring clients, to acquiring customers. So now someone can easily share your book, and now they read your book. Now they're following you. Now they're a part of your community. Now they're at the top of your funnel. And then before you know it, they end up going to your conference. They end up joining your coaching program. They end up signing up for your consulting practice, right? That's because you took the time to write the book. Look, many of you said me. Look, over on Instagram, Hello Gorgeous says me. I just need you guys to understand that, like, if you're sitting with a book and you're not growing your brand, that means you're not working it. You're not working it. I'm going to go through all 5 steps real quick. And if while I'm going through all 5 steps, if you have a question, drop it in the comments. I would love to answer. I got some time. This was real quick. So number 1, okay, 5 ways to grow your brand with a published book. Number 1, your published book gives people a reason to follow. Okay. Number 2, your published book organizes your content so you know exactly how to show up online. Okay. Number 3, it allows you to connect with your readers, your leads, your potential clients, your potential customers on a deeper level so that you can begin to build, know, like, and trust. Number 4, it helps you showcase um, uh, your expertise, and you can put your readers at the top of your funnel. It helps you showcase your expertise and put your readers at the top of your funnel. And number 5, it is completely easy to share. Your published book is easy to share. So let me see if you guys have any questions. If you're wondering about what we're doing and why we're doing it. So Marketing Monday is our weekly show that we do inside of our Write With Me, a Facebook group, which is our author community. We have almost 6,000 authors and growing. You can connect with us. Beyond the Book Media also offers publishing services as well. So if you are interested in publishing your next book, and we also offer writing, we do writing coaching and we offer ghostwriting. If you're interested in one of those services, you can hit me up, shoot me a DM, or everyone in our Facebook group, you can click the link above and you can schedule a quick consultation to see if we're a good fit for each other. And then, of course, if you want something robust, you're like, I ain't got time to do none of it. I want somebody to just manage all this stuff that Chanel's talking about. You can become a brand author agency client. We do retainer services in which we manage your brand, depending upon what you need in full service for a monthly retainer. We become a partner in your brand building success. Okay. So if any of those offers are interesting to you, then you can go ahead and book a call with us. Well, looks like y'all ain't got no questions, y'all. I guess we good. You said you bought my book, $100 Million Offers. Yeah, that book was good. Y'all, actually, that book was recommended to me. I bought the book because it was recommended to me. Oh, this was so good. You are so welcome. Well, if you enjoyed this, just mark your calendars, set your alarm. We'll be back here every single Monday at 12 o'clock, either with myself or we'll have a special guest that will be sharing content. Well, all right, guys. Well, I love you. That concludes Marketing Monday. I'll see you guys back next week at 12. Don't forget to hit me up. If you need anything, if you need a published book, if you need your book written, you can follow me also on social media at Beyond, what's my name? What's our Instagram? Beyond Books Media. And Chanel E. Martin. I love you guys. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.